Hello, assalamu alaikum. Good morning, Khushamdi. Ji ayanu, goedemorgen, Ishpata.
Bakhair agale, ni hao, tudo shumme, washmale, ohaya gunzaimes, guten morgen, hola, bo your privyet, kaifa hal, hale shuma chatore, ahlan wasalan, marhaba, buna, mucho, gracias, swabia, bhalli karaya, marhaba, and thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning into PTV World. You watching World this morning alongside the very fantastic, the very amazing, the very scintillating, the very energetic Shiza Hashmi and Shahzad Khan. Hello Shiza, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much. What about you? How was your weekend?
My weekend was very sleepy. It was
Was
very
it?
sleepy. Thank you very much that you've actually asked this question as well. So I think I'm going to delve into the detail of why it was very sleepy. So for the
Yes.
last 2 or 3 months, ladies and gentlemen, my routine was very hectic, which I'm very thankful to Allah Almighty that I had a lot of work to do. So I was getting up at somewhat around 6 in the morning.
Okay.
And then there was no time for me to sleep in between the day as well. I had to go to the gym. I had to do these multiple shows, alhamdulillah, every single day. And towards the end of the day, it would be like somewhat around 11 or 12. And then, when you actually go onto your bed, you will watch some videos on your cell phone. So it's going to be one again. So I
Yeah.
was just sleeping for 4 to 5 hours every day. So this weekend I was free. And I was so free that I just kept on sleeping. So, I would wake up and then I would feel as if I need to sleep again.
Yeah.
And then I will wake up and then I'll sleep again as well. So I think my body was kind of fulfilling all of that sleep which I missed out on in the past 2 or 3 weeks as well. So, but Alhamdulillah, now I'm perfectly fine, ready for a fresh start. What about you?
Well, I think this sounds great because yes, I saw you working, mashallah, for so long,
Jazakallah.
and I think I would do anything for a weekend of sleep alone. I mean,
Yeah.
why not,
Wow.
right? But I didn't get to do it this weekend, and it's totally fine. I mean, we had other things to do, of course. We were attending to the family and whatnot, so it was fun. But why are you laughing?
Just because you said that you
I'm
had
sure he has a mean thought in his mind.
that you had other things to do as well. So all of a sudden, this thing just came across my head that it was Valentine's Day as
It
well.
was.
Yeah. So it must be good. Obviously, since you're newly married, obviously you might have gone out somewhere or on a dinner or something. So yeah,
Yes, but the fun part is we actually decided to celebrate the Valentine's Day with my
Wow.
mother-in-law and
Wow,
father-in-law,
that's great.
like with my husband's parents, basically. And that was because, like, I feel like it was probably for 2 or 3 weeks straight that we could not manage to get a weekend off to go see them.
Wow.
So we were like, you know what? We will make another day for love alone. Right now, we need to attend to the family, and it
That's
was
wonderful.
fun.
Yeah, and I want to add to this as well that for all of those people who have this misconception that that Valentine's Day is only for your partner.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
that's not what it is. You can probably give chocolates to your mother, to your father. You can express whoever you love from the
yes.
core of your heart or from the bottom of your heart as well. So for all of those people who are out there, since we never got this opportunity, for all our viewers, happy Valentine's Day to you all.
Right, but you don't necessarily have to, of course, celebrate. It's not a Pakistani thing, but people like to do it, so why
Yeah,
not? Funny thing though, so my dad does not believe in Valentine's Day, of course, and in the family
even I
group,
don't, by the way.
yeah,
Yeah,
so in the family group throughout the day, he was sharing stuff about where, in
how
some
it's not good.
places, yeah, so how it's not good, of course, and how it's not a cultural thing, which is
Yeah.
okay, and I think I mean, for us, I think it's sort of enlightening as well what our ancestors think or what our parents think too.
Yeah.
But speaking of cultural things, one of the very special things that I absolutely loved about, well, the subcontinent, first of all, that we got to study during our matriculation and even in our FSC as well, was the Urdu Shairi.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'll be very honest in saying this, but my absolute favorite part was the Tashri.
Syako Sabak.
Yeah, and
Syako
Tashri and
Sabak and Tashri.
Markazi Khayal. I mean, it was so much fun because then you get to
Yeah.
understand the poetry, first of all.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just using them in forwarded messages, right?
But I truly have a question. I know where this conversation is headed, but before we move on to that bit, Shiza, this is something I want to ask you. Since we know that it's not a religious thing, it's not our culture thing as well, where we talk about celebrating or observing Valentine's.
Yes.
But why is it that, all the women over here within Pakistan at least are expecting their partners to get something for them? If it's not a culture thing, it's not a religious thing, it does not have to do anything with our roots as well. Why is everybody expecting that everyone's going to get something out of it?
Because I just feel like it's Firstly, this is my understanding, of
Yeah.
course, because of the internet. It's a shared medium. Of course, it's a global village, so everyone sort of wants to have what people around them are having. So
Yeah.
in this case, I mean, if people have selected one day to celebrate love, everyone wants to share or celebrate love on that day. But that thing apart, ladies and gentlemen, coming back to the shairi part of it, Shazad, how many times did you come across so many, I mean, messages or just shairi in books that spoke about love specifically? And if we talk about that, what's the first name that comes to your mind?
I think that the first name which is going to come to my mind would be, I mean, there's so many because
Yes,
when we were in matriculation, this is what we had to do, Syako Sabag and Tashri, and you really had to be good at it as well. It's like comprehension.
Yes,
So you
so much
read two
fun.
lines, but you have to reproduce at least 20 lines. This is what the Shair was thinking, which I never got hold of, that why are we even doing it, but I think Mirza Ghalib has to be one of my favorites as
Of
well.
course.
Mir Taki Mir then, and then, the list goes on, ladies and gentlemen. But today, there's a reason why we're actually talking about this. What's the reason?
Yes, so here's the thing. First of all, we both actually share the love for Mirza Ghalib Saab's poetry, of course. I think the entire nation does. People across borders do as well. Today happens to be the 152nd death anniversary of the classical Urdu poet Mirza Asadullah Khan Ghalib Sahab. He wrote hundreds of ghazals during his life, Shazad, which have since been interpreted and sung in many different ways.
Exactly, which is why I'm going to share one of his pieces as well, ladies and gentlemen. जाते हुए कहते हो कयामत को मिलेंगे क्या खूब कयामत का है गोया कोई दिन और. Wow. Now
Wow.
do you get the crux of it? Okay, I'll
Yeah,
ask
say it
you
again, say it
if you
again.
can do that. जाते हुए कहते हो कयामत को मिलेंगे क्या खूब कयामत का है गोया कोई दिन और. So
Oh, because the person left, so it's almost like
yes, it's
Qiyamah
like
for him.
Qiyamah for him already. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's very important for all of us to share what we've learned with our kids as well and with our future generations, because these are the people who actually really were the social media of that time. And to be honest, all of these poets, they used to converse, and then they used to write back, and the world used to read them as well. And that's how people used to converse within their household as well. I still have one of my nanny, who actually, whenever you're going to be in conversation with, she's going to say a share, and she expects a share back as well.
That's so
Not knowing
sweet.
that we're the social media generation now as well. But yeah, that's how it is.
But Shazad, even if we are the social media generation, which we are, of course, I mean, there's a cybersphere that we all are existing in right now. There's a major chunk of people who are very confused on how to make use of social media.
Yeah.
Thus, they will resort to all sorts of weird things. Sometimes there's hate comments, hate speech. Sometimes there's just content for the sake of getting attention and getting the clout, but the content does not make any sense. But at the same time, there are some people who, at a very young age even, have realized that, I mean, while you're using this platform, there's a certain responsibility, and that is, first of all, to use it wisely.
Exactly.
And then might as well, use it to spread information that will benefit others. But before that, Shazad, did you come across the video of ये हम हैं, ये हमारी कार है, और ये हमारी party हो रही है.
Yes,
That is the power of social media. The girl is going places now. She's been on BBC. She has, well, thousands and thousands of followers now.
200,000 more followers as well, and that people are going crazy over the kind of trend she's made, ladies and gentlemen. And the best part was that it was all planned.
No way.
And that she's a marketeer.
I didn't know
And she
that.
did it on purpose. So I think that she did a phenomenal job as well. Not just that, my mother was telling me the other day as well, that look at Chai Wala, he came in and, he was all of a sudden, he was just famous, overnight stardom, ladies and gentlemen. And, for us, it's been 11 or 12 years that we've been working every single day. And you really need to be careful with social media. You do get this overnight stardom, but you really need to know what people are actually taking you famous for.
Absolutely.
It shouldn't be hate speech though, because I actually want to clear my conscience as well, that these days wherever I'm going, people are asking me whether the PSL anthem was good or not. So let me be very honest, because the clip...
You had something to do with it, nah?
No, because the clip went very viral as well, and I was doing a show on PTV Sports as well, and I had to ask this question. My job is to ask questions and every sorts of question.
Yes.
So that's what I did. So please do make sure that you keep me out of this as well, because if you'll watch the entire show, I have said it repeatedly again and again that I like the song, that I like the song, and that I like the song, even though that it missed the unique element of the PSL, but I still love the song.
Right, so even if people hate it or love it, it's all about the views, right?
Yeah.
And it's all about the reach, how much audience are going to get it.
Exactly.
So the good part is, Shazad, actually, right now, in this segment, we are going to be in conversation with two such smart, brilliant, and young kids, you know, who did realize that they need to use this platform of YouTube to actually get their message across. And you know what their message was?
Yeah.
All the education they were receiving, just, you know, basic educational and informative stuff that a lot of people out there need to learn as well. Now, this is something smart and wise, and I would totally watch this kind of content.
Exactly. So, which is why, ladies and gentlemen, we're actually going to share a glimpse with you guys as well. So, first
Yes.
things first, go ahead, take a look at what these kids are doing, and when you guys will come back, we have these amazing kids over here in the studios with us. So, let's go, let's take a look.
Welcome to our channel. Get you on opposite words. Before we proceed on, you are requested to please subscribe to Angels Click and smash the bell icon for more such videos. Let's get started. Friends, first of all, let me tell you what are opposite words. Opposite words are the words which have totally different meanings like happy and sad. Let's discuss some opposite words using this booklet that I have made. Let's see what is inside. Full, empty. Hot, cold. Day, night. Small, big. Up, down. Few, many. Happy, sad. Put on, put off. Friends, that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you found it informative and interesting, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends on social media platforms like Facebook, WhatsApp, and Twitter. And don't forget to subscribe to Angels Click and smash the bell icon for more infotainment stuff.
Here's my thumbs up.
Yeah, here's my 2 thumbs up, mashallah. Absolutely love the content.
And we are sharing it on this platform as well. And as soon as we go back home, we're going to share it on all of our social media platforms as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we're very lucky that we've been joined by these brilliant kids over here. First up, ladies and gentlemen, he is Mr. Zaid bin Shakir. Hello, assalamu alaikum, good morning.
Walaikum salam.
Thank you very much, Zaid, for joining us. It's wonderful to have you over here.
Thank you for inviting me.
Wow, wonderful.
our
You know, I
pleasure.
love the confidence as well. And you look really cute, man. That's amazing.
Batman fan.
And alongside that, ladies and gentlemen, we're very lucky that we've actually been joined by Miss Fiza Shakir as well. Hello, Fiza. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Walaikum assalam. I'm fine.
Thank you very much for joining us. And you're a superstar in the making. We saw you in the video. You were doing a wonderful job.
Yes.
So is
Thank
this
you for
cup small or
inviting
is this cup big?
That one big.
That one's big. Yeah, that's wonderful as well. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, to be very honest, I think that all of these kids who are doing these wonderful jobs these days, they cannot do it all by themselves, because we know that this particular segment of children, when we talk about, are very vulnerable and they really need support and they really need empowerment.
True.
And confidence and morale boosting, and it's always done by the parents. So these parents are even exemplary, who are putting in so much effort for their kids to do something of their own. So we're very lucky that we've actually been joined by Mr. Abdul Rashid Shakir Sahab as well. Hello, sir. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir, for joining us. And you know, this is how I'm going to put it. Even though that I'm not very sure whether you've been on television before or not, but imagine that you are on television today because of your kids. How do you feel about it?
I'm really one of the luckiest parent in the world. I'm so proud of my kids. They are putting a lot of effort and they are making us proud.
And that's brilliant. And we saw your video, Fiza. You were a star. Do you learn all the lines before? Pura script yaad hota hai?
Yes.
Yeah, that's really nice. Zaid, so the name is Angels Click, is it?
Yes.
Who came up with the name and when did you establish your channel?
The name was established by my father,
Okay.
and we launched our channel on 1st of January 2021, and it was
Oh,
my
it's
birthday.
just been a month or so.
Yes, and it was
Very-
also my birthday.
Oh, that's sweet. So was it always going to be about educational purposes?
Yes.
Is that your plan?
Yes,
And are you enjoying it?
yes, we are enjoying it.
That's
Wow,
really
that's
nice.
wonderful. So how do you manage your YouTube channel? You know, do you think that it's a difficult task, or do you think that it's just okay? You know, I can do
No,
it every
it's
single day.
a normal task. We have made six corners. We have
Okay.
divided our channel into 6 corners. They are fun corner, info corner, nazam and speech corner, story corner, science corner, and tech corner.
Wow. So one by one, you create one video for each. Is that so?
On alternative weekends.
On
But you know,
weekends.
when,
Okay.
when I was your age, you know, I didn't really want to do a lot of work, you know. So, you know, having 6 corners within one YouTube channel and then working, because you have to do your own research, you have to come up with your own script, you know. So, doesn't it get difficult? And you like, you know, Baba, probably, you know, we'll do it some other day. I don't feel like doing it today.
No, it is not such a difficult task because we upload only 2 videos in a week.
Okay.
Yeah. It's for the weekends, right?
Yes, work
Okay.
weekends.
Fizzo, what grade are you in?
3.
Wow, I thought you're, mashallah, so older than that because you're so smart and mature in the video. So tell me, I mean, I really like the setup. There's a background, there's balloons,
Yeah.
and then you had a whiteboard or a softboard. What are you planning to get more? I mean, in terms of your props, are you planning to buy more things for your channel? And who helped you like set up with the background? Was it your idea?
Yeah.
It was your idea. Okay, what are some of the things you want to buy for your channel? For example, maybe a mic,
Maybe a new camera.
Yeah, maybe a tripod stand. Are there some things you want?
No.
This is it. You have
So
all the things.
whatever you have,
Wow.
wow. I think that's great, and this is the kind of children anybody would want.
Hai
You
na?
know, without any demands. What do you want, bete? Nothing. Wow, that's wonderful. Shukr, alhamdulillah. I think that's great. But moving on to you, Rashid sir. Obviously, you know, they're growing up, and you know, there's now the world is open for everyone. And you know, having kids and you know who are so young and who want to do something by themselves, it's perfectly fine. But there always needs to be a check, you know, from the parent side as well. So how do you make sure that you strike that balance and you make sure that they're not exposed to the kind of content you do not want for them or for their eyes as well? So how do you make sure that, you know, every time when they're doing something, that there's constant eye on them as well?
Actually, this very idea as a driving force of this of creating this YouTube channel. Na?
Yeah.
Actually, this is a catch-22 situation. In today's tech-savvy world, you can't keep kids away from using all these gadgets. Na?
Exactly.
So the best part, the only option with the parents is to teach, is to educate kids how to make maximum best use of it.
Wow.
So that's why we have tried to do, for example, my kids, they don't have free time. Whatever free time they have, they are putting, I mean, researching, writing script or like that.
Wow.
For example, this YouTube channel is a family venture basically. No?
Okay.
For example, counseling and ideas, they come from my side. Then Zad, he does research and script writing. Then he shares with content with me through Google Doc.
Wow.
Whenever I get free time, I do the editing part and finalization.
Wow.
Then it goes to my missus.
Wow.
He does the preparation work.
Yeah.
And then lastly, of course, the execution part, that is for the kids. So
Exactly.
in this way, we have tried to engage them. And the same, I would request all the parents
Yes.
to keep an eye on their kids, because you can't convince kids not to use, for example, mobile,
Absolutely.
tab or
They'll
iPhone.
do it anyway.
You can't do that. The only option, the only thing that you can do is try to engage them
Absolutely.
in a positive and productive way.
Yeah.
And you know what? This is also what healthy parenting is, right?
Yeah.
It's not that Rashid Saab over here sits at home and is a stay-at-home dad. He's a civil servant, mashallah, works throughout the day and then goes back to actually be the self that he is with his children too. But one question I have for both of you. Whenever you're shooting something, it doesn't always go as planned, right? There are sometimes bloopers, something bad happens and you start laughing or something, just maybe you forget the words. Do you have any, well, funny or embarrassing memory from one of your shoots?
No, not embarrassing, but we have a lot of fun.
Okay, tell me one.
We take many retakes and we make fun of each other when we.
Do you
the
laugh
number
a
of-
lot?
Yes.
Who laughs the most?
Both.
Both.
I think
Okay.
that's wonderful. But you know, since it's you guys, you know, siblings working together, so siblings always fight a lot, yeah. And I still remember growing up, you know, my sister was actually a year older than me. She used to beat the hell out of me
Aw.
every single day almost, and I couldn't fight back because I wasn't that strong then. Even now, you know, I'm never going to fight back to a sister. So what happens, you know, is she always happy with the kind of work you're doing, or are you always happy with the kind of work Fiza is doing? Or do you
Yes.
guys fight?
Yes, we are happy with the work of each other, but we also fight as of other brothers and sisters. But we fight for fun, not serious. And after some time, everything is okay, and we are happy again.
That's nice. So, like, there must be arguments, right? So, like, your father said you do the research, and mashallah, let me just say that is great, and that is so smart because not everyone is able to do that.
Yeah.
I don't like doing research for my own assignments, can you believe it? But that's really smart what you're doing.
Yeah, let's
so,
ask
does
Fiza
it?
the same question. as
Yeah,
well,
but we'll ask her. But does it ever happen that you come up with an idea and your dad approves it, but Fiza is like, मुझे तो नहीं अच्छा लग रहा है ये मैं तो कुछ और करना चाहती हूँ. Does it happen?
No.
No?
No?
You always like his ideas?
Yeah.
That's
Oh, that's why-
nice.
The idea which is approved by father.
There's no going back then.
yes.
That is approved.
okay, that's good. But do you fight with your brother, or does he fight more often with you?
We both fight with each other, but we fight of fun, not
In a harmless
serious.
way, right?
So share a funny story with us. Do you have a funny story?
While you were shooting.
Yeah, we get more retakes. We take more retakes, and both of us
Yeah.
laugh on each other.
Laugh on each other. So, you guys, when the video is done and when the editing is done, before uploading, do you guys view it to see if there's any mistake?
Yes, we do it twice and thrice.
Huh. And then do you edit after? Are there some times when you like, oh, I wish I did this better, let's redo it? Do you ever do that?
No, because when we are shooting, and then when we take when we shoot a part, we check it twice and thrice that there is no mistake. And
Wow.
at that time, if we have to take the retake, then we take it. After that, it is finalized.
Okay, and you know, we know for sure that you guys are flawless anyways, which is why we've
Mashallah.
taken one more video out, which we are going to share with our audiences in 46 different countries. So ladies and gentlemen, let's go and let's check out Angel's Click once again. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
सब तेरा सरमाया तेरा साया ये रुतबा ये शान मोहम्मद मैं तेरे कुर्बान मैं तेरे कुर्बान मोहम्मद मैं तेरे कुर्बान
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, these kids are flawless. These kids are full of energy, but there was a little bit of hitch or glitch from our side as well.
I think it's better if you actually log on to their YouTube channel and watch all the videos. It's
Yeah,
going
and
to be-
please make sure that you subscribe and you support, you know, the kind of initiatives they've been taking. And I think that, you know, it's our responsibility to promote them as well. But very quickly before we wrap up this segment, and that is that this is one thing which everybody should have in their head. And that is that, you know, for example, if me and Shiza, we come out over here every single day, we have a goal in our head. That, okay, we need to reach out to these audiences, we need to share with them whatever kind of talent Pakistan possess. What kind of impact do you want to have with your YouTube channel? Because alhamdulillah, you're a kid right now, but after 10 years or 15 years, you'll be a grown-up man. So, you know, there needs to be constant progression, or you want to change your YouTube shows or the kind of variety you want to bring to people, there might be a change in it, or within your own thought process. So what kind of impact do you think you will have with your YouTube channel?
Yes, we will keep our channel infotainment
Okay.
educational and entertainment both in one channel, and it is lifetime channel, and we will
Oh, sweet.
yeah, and we will
Work
continue making videos on our channel. Yes.
Wow,
And
that's
can I tell
wonderful.
you that it's also very useful, not just because, first of all, let me just say it's only been 1 month to your channel, right? And inshallah, it will grow in no time, I tell you that. Because of the pandemic and COVID-19 going on as well, a lot of kids are not going to school, right? And their parents think, hum kya kare inka? We need to teach them, right? So they will open your channel and they will, like you were telling them the opposite words. It was so easy for me to understand.
Yeah.
So they will think, maybe I need to watch this video. And the kids, hundreds and thousands will learn from you guys. So you are technically their teachers as well. Do you know that?
Yeah,
Isn't it fun?
And it's wonderful.
Yes.
And the best part is that I think that their parents will not have to put in all the hard work as well. Beta ye yaad kar lo, because they are
Right.
actually doing it for other kids as well, which I think is wonderful. But okay, Zad, one last question, and I will have a question for you and for you too as well. What if, in 2 months' time, in 3 months' time, she's going to walk up to you, Fiza, and tells you that, why shouldn't we do a Barbie ka review, a Barbie doll review? What would you say to her?
Yes, if my father approve it, I will also approve it.
Okay,
Aw.
if your father will approve it, you will approve it.
Yes, we have a separate corner for that fun corner, and
Okay.
we can do that idea on that.
I
He's
think
very
that's-
smart,
Yeah,
man.
I
He's-
think that's wonderful. He's politically correct as well.
Yes,
If my father says it,
Ah.
I will go with it as well. Fiza, what about, Zad comes to you one day and be like, hey, you know what? Why don't we put a review on our remote control car or something which you don't like at all? Would you agree to him?
If my father will say, I will also.
Wow, man,
that's
I want to
nice.
move on to Rashid over here, sir. कौन सी कुटी पिलाई आपने बच्चों को जो अब्बू कहेंगे हम वही करेंगे
माशाल्लाह.
माशाल्लाह से. So now I think towards the end, which is very important, is that obviously you guys are putting in an effort, and from my perspective, the way how I look at it is that you tried to find a common ground with your kids where you were interacting, they were interacting, and everybody was having a family time, which I believe was wonderful.
Yes.
But then there comes a time when you really need to think about their mental health and mental approach towards things as well. So how are you keeping a balance in that? That, okay, enough of YouTube now, probably let's sit down, let's walk together, let's go to a park, let's ride bicycles. So how do you create that balance?
We try to manage everything. Na? We try to give each aspect full weightage. For example, as I told you, this is a family venture. As a family, we go out on picnic, shopping, everything. We try to do maximum activities with our kids. For example, when we go for grocery shopping every month, so that is a sort of outing for our kids.
Wow.
When we go out for example, outing or tour, travel, so I just keep in mind, I assign both of these a task that you have to write a piece of writing after it.
Okay.
That's nice.
Description. For example,
Yeah.
just to give you an idea,
Yes.
last year we took a family tour to Murray for 1 week, and Zad bin Shakir, he has mashallah written a full novel on that.
Oh, amazing.
Chapter number 1, journey from home to Islamabad.
Wow.
Chapter number 2, journey from Islamabad to Murray.
Wow.
Chapter number 3, Patriata chairlift.
And all the things that you guys had to do.
Wow.
I
Everything
wish
is
my kids were like that,
documented.
inshallah.
Same goes with that. That's why, mashallah, I'm lucky that even at this young stage, they are too good in writing, research, and everything.
you won't have to
Because
put
we
in
are
a lot of effort.
putting a lot of effort,
Yeah,
and
of
alhamdulillah,
course.
they are responding. We are lucky in that.
Wow, that's
course.
wonderful as well. Thank you very much for joining us, kids. It was wonderful to have you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
So do you
Fiza.
want to tell them very quickly, Fiza, about your channel and where to subscribe? This is your camera. Tell them where to subscribe you,
Yeah.
okay?
You will subscribe,
Please
go
visit-
down and please visit our channel, watch it very much, and please subscribe, give it a thumbs up and like it.
Wow, that's wonderful as well. Thank you very much for joining us. It was wonderful to have you, ladies and gentlemen. These are superstars in the making. And in the next segment, we have a few more superstars in the making as well.
Because when we talk about YouTubing, Shazad, there's just so much you can do with it. And, well, of course, there's a right and wrong, yes, but there are so many things, again, in the bracket of right that you
Yes.
can do. So to find out what we will be talking about with the other YouTubers, you have to stay tuned. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome back to Well This Morning, ladies and gentlemen, on a very energetic Monday morning.
Yes.
Mondays are not so bad anymore now that the pandemic is here, and a lot of things are kind of well off the table as well in terms of going to the schools and universities, whatnot. But everyone, regardless of where they come from, Shahzad, is spending their pandemic lives on their gadgets.
Yeah.
Be it their, well, tabs, laptops, phones, whatnot, because, well, social media, that is the social life people have now on their gadgets.
Yeah, well, I think it's not likewise everywhere all over the world as well, because I
Mostly.
think for people in China, it is very different.
They're having their other festivities.
Yeah, they have a festival going on as well, which they call the Spring Festival, because it was their New Year's as well. And just a few days ago, I met a few Chinese people over here in F6, and I was like, hey, New Year's, and they were very happy and ecstatic. So imagine that in China, Chinese villagers are cooking up a variety of traditional dishes, Shiza, and snacks to usher in the Lunar New Year.
Wow, that's very nice. And, well, is there something more you want to tell me?
Yeah, obviously, because in the Hanqing city of Northwest China's Shanxi province, villagers use a 3,000-year-old recipe to make huamo, a kind of flowery steamed bun in a variety of festive shapes. Wow, yeah.
It's really, it's really interesting. I don't know how to
Exactly,
eat it.
and we're not even done over here, Meanwhile, villagers in Nanxiang town of South China's Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region have been busy cooking up a ba dun, a popular type of glutinous rice cake. Villagers in Cheng Miwa ventured out into the nearby forest to get branches from a type of local trees whose burned ash is a necessary ingredient for the special food. Imagine.
Wow. I mean, it's really interesting to learn about the culture and especially food of other places, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever been to China?
No, I haven't been to China.
I was about to go and then something happened. Well, that was fun. But again, coming back
That was a good one, yeah.
coming back to what
Who
we
told
are.
you to have a foreign passport? Well,
Let's not talk about it. Okay, so you guys, we promised you that in this segment we are going to bring even, some more YouTubers for you
Yeah.
guys, but who are not necessarily talking about something educational or related to infotainment. So, have you seen that a lot of channels are actually now streaming their games?
yeah.
Isn't that fun for you?
Well,
I mean, I think I'm saying that because a lot of guys are usually enjoying it more
exactly.
than
Well,
girls.
I have a very different thought process. So earlier there was a time when our parents would say, "Ki putter bahar jao khelo," and then there was a time when we were telling our kids that you have to go outside rather than playing video games.
Right.
Now there's a time when kids are not even playing video games; they're not go outside as well, and that they're watching people play
Others play-
video games on their YouTube
I don't
channels
know
as
how
well.
that works.
And so this is what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen. We have a gamer over here who's got more than 6 YouTube channels. He is Mr. Abdul Hadi Tariq. Hello, assalamu alaikum, good morning.
Walaikum salam.
How are you, celebrity?
Fine.
Fine, and it's good to have you. And alongside Abdul Hadi, ladies and gentlemen, we have been joined by Mr. Saad Tariq as well. Hello, Saad. Hello.
Hello.
How are you? Wonderful to have you over here in the studio here. You are a superstar. Do you know people love the kind of work you do out there?
Yes.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Okay, so boys, I think I'm going to start with Saad, okay? What is the name of your YouTube channel? Do you have a separate channel?
No. Yes.
Yes, all yours, right?
Yes.
No, Hadi doesn't share it with you.
No.
Sirf
Oh.
Saad ka wo channel hai. So what is the name of your channel?
I am sad.
Yeah.
I am Saad. Yeah, that's
Yes,
good.
that's what I'm saying.
And which game do you play?
Minecraft, Free Fire, PUBG Mobile, and many more.
And many more. So you like shooting and you like FIFA and you like all sorts of games, huh?
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. Which is why we're going to share with our audiences the kind of gaming he does. I am Saad, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, this was a video from Mr. Abdul Hadi's YouTube channel as well. And meanwhile, you were watching this video, I was asking Hadi if you win in everything. He's like, the only ones I put up on my YouTube are the ones where if he's been defeated in a game, he deletes the video, which I believe is good. Hana? How many times
Why?
do you lose and how many times do you win?
And in some matches I lose, and if you upload the defeated videos, the views don't come to your video.
All right.
You know what? I think a lot of people will actually watch it if they know that you're going to lose because it's just views, right? And people
Yeah.
actually want to see. It's natural. Not everyone wins all the time, but it's okay. So you do Minecraft and you do PUBG. Of the other games you do.
Among Us and Free Fire.
Among Us and FIFA.
Okay,
I do not even
interesting.
know. which
Yeah,
game
I've
these
never
are.
heard of it.
Wow,
So
that's
I
wonderful.
remember Abdul Hadi, you telling me that you like PewDiePie's channel.
Yes.
Is that so? What about him? What about the content? I mean, what do you
Is
like?
PewDiePie him?
Yes, PewDiePie.
Okay, PewDiePie.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I like the most Mr. Beast. He makes gaming content, and he makes dollars video in which he spends dollars of money, and like for example in one video he bought his private island of
Oh,
$800,000.
Wow.
I watch his videos.
Wow, that's wonderful. So, Saad, coming down to you, your parents take you guys around all over Pakistan, all over the world as well. You even went to Gwadar. How was it?
Good.
Good? Okay, we're going to share pictures and you guys will actually let us know if it was fun to be at the place where you guys were. And you guys have to let us know which place is it. Okay, so can we
So
have the
watch
pictures of
the
these
screen.
kids?
Yeah, where is
okay,
this?
where is this?
This was
Saad, do you remember?
Okay, moving on to the next one, I think. Yes, where is this?
Oh, you
this
guys
is
are
golf club.
golfing.
Golf club? Okay. Do you guys like playing golf?
Yes.
Or is it just because of your father that you had to play?
We play golf club.
Okay.
We go in golf club and play.
Wonderful. Where is this?
This is Quetta.
Quetta.
Ah,
Okay. Do
very
you like
nice.
Quetta ki chai?
Yes.
Okay.
Where is
This
this?
is our home.
This is your home. Wow.
You're
wonderful.
probably YouTubing,
And you're all
right?
dressed up in your home as well, wearing a tie and a suit, yeah. Where is
Yes.
this? This looks like a cricket ground or a polo ground.
Polo
Up there
ground.
somewhere.
Yes,
In
it's
Quetta.
a polo ground. Wow.
Oh,
is a
Saad,
museum.
this is so
Were
nice.
you hunting?
Yes.
Oh, wow. That's wonderful.
We hunted birds.
Oh,
This is
someone's
horse riding.
learning to ride
Horse
as well.
riding. Horse riding.
Horses.
Do you like horses?
Yes.
Uh, wh-
This was Quetta.
This was Koita? Okay. Wow.
This is the beach.
So you guys, now that I'm seeing a lot of pictures, I think you guys should actually make
Vlogs,
yes,
travelogues.
travelogues and stuff.
I make vlogs. I have a separate channel of vlogs channel.
Yeah.
Its name is Wire Vlogs, and my main channel, which is of gaming, it is named Wire Gamers. WIRE space GMERZ.
Yeah.
Most of people think that Wire Gamers spelling is in gamers, gamer
S.
then S. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So it's Z,
goes
which is
up.
wonderful. Now I have a very important question. In fact, it's not a question. I'm going to give you both a task. Okay, Saad? You have to hear me out clearly, and you have to hear me out clearly as well, Abdul Hadi. So now what you have to do is, since you make vlogs yourself, so what you have to do is that you actually have to be in conversation with our audience and share the experience of being on our show. Okay? Can we do that? And you have to pretend as if you are on YouTube and you're vlogging. Okay,
Yeah,
go
imagine
ahead.
this is
Look
your
into
phone
that
camera, okay? And
Go
this
ahead.
is your phone camera, you're recording your vlog.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Come on.
I feel exciting in coming a TV show.
Yeah. And that's wonderful.
Okay, so maybe we'll give you some time to think about it. It's okay. Saad, what grade are you in?
Which
Do you go
class
to
do you
school?
study in?
Class 2.
Class 2?
Class
Aren't
two.
you too young to be YouTubing, yeah? Even though, you know, I know for sure I have a few way more smarter than being in grade 2. This is something, you know, I know, ladies and gentlemen, because, you know, the kind of work we do, imagine the kind of confidence he has, alhamdulillah, both of these brothers, they're doing a wonderful job. But, you know, since they brought questions for themselves to be asked, I'm going to ask him one more question. How do you manage your studies along other activities?
Do you like studying?
Yes.
So do you study more or do you play more? What do you do?
I play.
Okay.
Aw.
And you like cricket as well, right?
Yes.
And South Africa was visiting Pakistan. Pakistan won the Test series, and then you know the T20s 2-1 as well. Which is your favorite cricketer? Who's your favorite player?
Babar Azam and Said Afridi.
Shahid Afridi and Babar Azam? Wow, so you love batting more rather than bowling. Is that true?
Yes.
Do you guys play cricket together?
Yes, I play with my friends
Yeah.
outside.
Not
Okay,
with
outside.
Saad?
No.
Why? Why not?
Sometimes he come, then we play. Saad also come out with my friends, and then we play. When Saad doesn't come, we play without him.
Okay,
We play with
that's
Saad
wonderful.
when he comes.
Did you
Look
guys
at his
fight?
face.
Did you guys fight?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Who beats who more? Either he beats
He
you more.
beats you?
Don't do that.
That's
you
not
should
nice.
never be raising your hand on your younger brother, even though that I'm guilty of this as well. But yeah, we were kids. ladies
It's
and
okay. I
gentlemen,
mean,
yeah.
it's natural. It happens all the time with siblings. But I mean, it's okay as long as it's not harmful, right?
I
So-
think very quickly, I'm going to ask you as well. Did you and your sisters ever fight
all the time.
or arguments?
All
or,
the time.
Or was it like yeah?
So with my elder sister, because we're just 11 months apart,
Yeah.
of course, I mean, we couldn't be without each other, we couldn't be with each other. Just imagine that.
Yeah.
So we were fighting all
That's
the
true.
time. But you guys, thank you so much for being here, Saad and Abdul Hadi. And we wish you all the best of luck. Inshallah, inshallah, next year we'll have you back and you tell us how your channel grew, what are some of the other things you added, okay?
Okay.
Thank
High
you.
five via
Virtual
Bluetooth.
high five.
High
Yes.
five. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Perfect. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, here's the thing. Now, Pakistani generation, even the youngsters, are understanding the influence, the impact, and then the importance of the existence of social media and such platforms.
Exactly.
And how to make use of them. I'm really happy that it makes you independent, not just in terms of financial status, but also in terms of your thinking, right?
Yeah.
It makes you wonder about things. It makes you question things. And this is what I absolutely like about the independence that kids are nowadays getting.
Yeah, just one thing which I think needs to be morally correct, and that is that in case if your kids are actually making money off YouTube, please make sure that you parents do not consume it. I think that this money should always be for your kids as well, and it should be invested on your kids. No matter what happens, save it for their education. You know, take them out for traveling. Obviously, you get to be parents. You know, so you get the perks too as well. But please make sure that you do not use your children money for your own self. Please
Right.
don't do that. That's not morally correct.
Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions for these wonderful kids over here, or if you have any suggestions, please write to us to let us know on our Facebook page with the name of,
Well, this morning.
on Twitter,
Well, this morning without a G.
on YouTube.
On YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, you actually have to look for PTV World and then World This Morning. Alhamdulillah, the most viewed show on PTV World.
Yes. And then the repeat of this show you can catch at
5 past midnight. Till the next time, look after yourselves. Make sure you subscribe to all of these YouTube amazing channels as well. Look after yourselves. 1, 2, 3.
Good morning. Take care.